What's up, everybody? It's me, Dispirity, and I'm back with the boys. The boys, go ahead. That was Bantha Black Knight, and also Mr. Works for Tips in the house with us. For this podcast, we are podcast episode 29, correct? Tips 29.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, and so God, we're finally here. We finally actually made it here, and so today, we're going to be talking about a couple topics here. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Mario movie because Nintendo showed us a little trailer of that, and it's pretty cool, for what it is. We're also going to be talking about the Bayonetta voice actor situation that's going on here, and then when we get to the third topic, will that be a surprise here? So first things first, the thoughts on the Mario movie. How do y'all feel about that? How did y'all like it? Do y'all like it? Did you guys enjoy it? Do you think it's very promising? What do y'all think? I'll let you guys go.
You gonna go first?
No, yeah, Ryan, you go first, Ryan, the quiet one.
I can go too. All right. Well, I thought that the trailer looked very good. It looks very promising. I did like the voices that they gave Bowser and the other villains. It did. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of funny memes that came out of the trailer. Obviously,
Mostly involving Bowser and Jack Black,
yeah,
and
but they were pretty funny.
wanting to do things to Bowser slash Jack Black.
Oh no.
I mean, all the ones I usually see, it's just Jack Black going "fuck you."
Yeah,
I heard a lot
in more ways than one.
like the major complaint that I have seen throughout for that movie is literally just all about Chris Pratt's voice as Mario because like they say
Yeah,
he's either A just too white or he's not Italian enough or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, that's from what I've seen of it, but the trailer looked pretty cool. It was kind of funny seeing the penguins in the Mario series throw ice balls at Bowser like that was going to do anything, and
yeah.
Bowser's like, "All right."
that was nice. Is that who was that voice? Was that Phil Lamar or who was the Penguin? I looked that up.
I'm not for sure, but his voice did sound familiar. Let's see, Penguin, Mario movie. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. But like I said, that was pretty cool Easter egg, and I like how
No, Kari Payton,
Kari Payton.
Cyborg from Teen Titans.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was Phil Lamar at first, but yeah, it was Kari Payton. So
I like
it's still good.
how
It's great.
the Mushroom Kingdom is actually the Mushroom Kingdom with lots of mushrooms. You
Uh-huh.
know, ever since Mario Odyssey, there's like I think like what 12 kingdoms I think that they showed off, but that's actually canon for the most
yeah,
part. So that's actually kind of cool. And what's even funny is that they're all on the same planet.
Mm.
I mean, so it's like, hey, I mean, that's if we're going to go with that Odyssey canon. But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing that Toad looks like he's Toad and acts like Toad, which is really cool. I mean, it's to be expected, I guess, right?
yep,
Uh, I mean, we apparently have Luigi in the movie, or
yeah.
I feel like they're going to show him
I
off at like
voiced
the.
it.
I feel like they're going to show him off at the very end, like.
People can't wait to hear his voice because the guy. Have you seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, watch that. Yeah, so they can't wait for his voice. What's his name? I should just
And
get the list of the people's names.
yeah.
then we have,
Uh,
yeah, of course they're going to have apparently Donkey Kong's going to be. I'm like, it's kind of weird to see Donkey Kong unless he's going to be at like the very beginning. Like I think what's rumored is that Donkey Kong's the one that like kind of threw like Mario in the pipe where Mario failed to jump or something like that. Probably went through the pipe and made it in Mushroom Kingdom. I mean, that would be a pretty cool concept. I mean, it would kind of connect like because it's a Kai movie similar to the Sonic movie. It actually basically is a Sonic movie in its own way, especially since like they both got teleported to like a different planet or different area or whatnot. So
feels kind of weird. It's almost a rehash of the original, but not crappy.
I mean,
Did
I
you
think.
see the original with Bob Hoskins? Hoskins?
Oh no, I heard,
Hoskins?
I
And
see. Well, I seen clips of it. I
what's his
haven't
name?
seen it myself.
John Leguizamo. They basically made it to where like there's literally a patent or whatever. A patent. No, Nintendo bought the film right for like any like pornographic Mario movie just so they can't make any other movie.
Yeah,
So it's funny. Like they locked their shit down after that. They were just like, we can't do this again.
Not like
But
this.
yeah.
No, like
But I saw
this.
it. I was like, I saw a lot of hate for Chris Pratt, or Crisp Rat, as some people call him.
Y'all leave
Yeah.
that
Oh
man
my
alone.
God, people hate this man. But it's funny. I think it's just because he's getting so much work, and there's also this thing about voice actors, which is gonna go into one of the other topics. But yeah, it's interesting. I did, thought his voice wasn't great, but I think it's like, okay, that's the first, he said one sentence, and I don't think we heard anything
Yeah,
else.
you're like really
Um,
gonna bully
Yeah.
him off this one sentence. I mean,
especially compared to Bowser, who immediately does it. So it depends on what the plot is. Allegedly, it's a kind of a legacy character kind of thing, kind of like a where like Charles Martinet is gonna be, you know what I mean, like in there somehow,
yeah.
Yeah.
um, as Mario, but not actually Mario. I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. They keep saying this, so that's what
Nobody
I think at this
knows.
point. It's just coping,
Yeah.
There's that one
coping.
video of Chris Pratt where he's trying to like say something. It's just like something about it be like, I stomp on turtles.
Koopas.
Yeah, Koopas. And then
Like
it's like
I stomp on
where someone literally
poop.
yeah, where someone literally is just like comparing how like he delivered that line to like, if I remember correctly, Ben Schwartz, who did the voice of Sonic, and how he's just like he was talking like very much like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Mhm,
But you know what though, I will say this though, we're in a I guess it's because of time, like the time and age where we are now. I mean, we're able
mhm,
to have like these kind of things going on here, like movies and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's really cool that we just have the technology to do this stuff now than what we did in the '90s. I feel like a lot of movies that were either based on
mhm,
video games or based on certain things. Back then, I mean, they were cool for what they were, but a lot of them they just needed the right technology that come in place. And now, but also, I will say this too:
mhm,
the two movies that are starting to open the door for video game movies was Detective Pikachu and also the Sonic movie, because those two movies did very well in terms of video game to movie adaptations. You know, it's opening up the gates. Now the problem is though, it's when these companies is when they diverge from like the actual like not the source material. Like even though the Sonic movie was pretty great. Yeah, it also felt like Sonic X but with adults, basically.
yeah,
You know,
that's
yeah,
basically what it was. Because especially considering that's what Sonic kind of is. Although it's kind of weird because Sonic is a weird thing where it's like, what canon do you follow? The video games, the rebooted video games, the original video games, the
yeah,
series, the multiple different series. You know what I mean? The
yeah,
cartoon show, like it's like it's all over
comics.
the place. So it's just like people are like, no, let's just do something else. Let's just start our own thing. And it's like that's
Yeah,
probably the
yeah,
right answer, but at the same time, I'm just like, can they just acknowledge Mobius and all the other stuff? It's like, can they just bring it all in? But I think the Sonic multiverse is the correct answer to that.
yeah.
Like the way the levels were the actual worlds or whatever. I think that's cool. But yeah, that is a good thing though. That now we're in this age where I think they see the blueprint. I think they see
I'll make this like short and simple here.
like
Stadia,
Sadie's lifetime. Yes.
yeah, Stadia was like Ouya. We're not ready for. I'm sorry, y'all. We're not ready for cloud gaming. We are, but we aren't.
I'd say it depends on what company invests in them and if they can see a return. But yeah, I mean,
Now,
go ahead.
hear me out though. I might be
Hmm.
saying this over biasing though, and Tips probably
Hmm.
gonna know where I go with this. So, Exhibit A, Kingdom Hearts
Right.
3, the collection for the Nintendo Switch. All right,
Oh,
bruh.
oh no. No.
So how you gonna sit there and make a cloud version of Kingdom Hearts? But then on top of that, you make a physical version of Near
Hmm.
Automata, and it's literally physical on the Switch.
Hmm.
So first off, that is insane to me. Number one. Second of all, it shows me that Square Enix is trying to be greedy slash lazy. Because here's the thing
Hmm.
about cloud games in general, is that you can buy these games, correct?
Hmm.
But you don't actually physically own them, and that's the problem with these games. Because once these servers, especially with all the games like that was on the Stadia, once those servers go off, you lose them
Yeah.
forever.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, I think in the it's different from Well, were you saying with cloud or like owning them or both?
With cloud, with cloud.
Well, I mean, you don't you don't own them. Period. Like,
Yeah,
there's so many games.
that's what I'm
Just
saying.
check out the listed.
That's what I'm saying. But then,
There you go.
I would say that there are some companies though that what they did
Mm,
was, if you bought games on Stadia, they will honor you and they will let you get those games
refund.
for yeah, well, they'll actually either a will either refund you,
Destiny.
or but they'll let you what do you call, put those games on the platforms of your choosing.
Mm,
So
that's cool. I know Bungie had to do that with Destiny, which is funny. I didn't expect them to do that. I expect them to be like, hey, play it because you can. It's cross-platform now, so technically you can just log into something else. But I expect them to be like, too bad, fuckers, play it on PC now. Get
yeah,
an X. You don't have an Xbox. You guys don't have uh,
I don't have
you don't have a PS4. You
I don't
don't have
have
anything.
yes
It's like,
yeah.
oops. Starting to invest in
Tips.
fucking cloud gaming.
What are your thoughts on tips on
That's too
Stadia?
much.
I mean, I really didn't care much for the Stadia just because we already got like if we already got like like a PS, we already got like the
Yes, now.
PlayStation, well, PS4, and PS5 nowadays,
Amazon
Xbox.
Luna.
I forgot about Luna, honestly.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Which is funny. Do you have Amazon Prime?
I do.
You
Yep.
have wait, you
What?
have games that you can access on Luna right now. But
What?
has
What?
anybody used them? Has anybody
What?
done any,
Like,
first of all,
is it a device I
cloud
can
gaming
like?
whatsoever?
Is it a device I can pick up? Like, what
I
is
think
it
you
like?
gotta get a controller. I mean, it's cloud gaming. I don't know. I haven't used it. I
They
haven't
better be sending
used
me
any.
that for
I don't plan on using them.
they better be sending me that for free.
There are some games you can get for free. There are games you can claim on there for free. But it's a Amazon Prime drop thing.
Ah,
Um, what was I gonna say? What cloud gaming things have there been? Like, I know there's. I gotta look that up.
Stadia.
Amazon.
Oh, there's okay. There's Stadia. There's Luna. There's there was the
Hmm.
Ouya. I think but not Ouya. No, I don't think so.
I
There
think
is
that
the
was just low effort gaming.
there's a Microsoft X Cloud, which I heard is really
XCloud,
good, and it actually is really
Xbox
good.
Cloud gaming.
Yeah, yeah, excellent. Yes,
Okay, that sounds good.
it's actually really good because on Xbox Game Pass, right? When I owned it, when I had it, I was able to play Fable 2 on my computer with my PS4 controller. So that by itself was freaking
That's
amazing and
good.
sick. Yeah, yeah. So,
Amazon PlayStation Plus, uh, Nvidia GeForce Now.
but you know, what, I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. So if you have something like Game Pass, right? Cloud gaming can work out perfectly because you're not like as long as you just paying for the subscription, you don't technically have to like worry about your games going that you're losing your games or whatnot because you didn't physically you didn't buy them, right? Now that's the major thing with me and just cloud gaming in general. So I don't own them, so I will never buy a game for cloud gaming if I can't physically touch it, or if it's something like on Steam or on Epic Games where it's in my library. I just can't see myself actually using their services. Now, unless they can guarantee and say, okay, if our services ever go down, then you own the rights to this game or something like that. I'll be all fine and dandy. But until then, cloud gaming, I think, would never be a thing until like at least the next 20, like 10 to 15 years, maybe. That's maybe if we can get our infrastructure together and also figure out on how hold the rights to to the games or whatnot. At least in my opinion, that's
I think it's easy to figure out. You don't own shit.
me.
I think it's
I,
just easy just to come out the gate. Look, you don't own nothing, but enjoy it while it lasts and have fun.
Yeah.
I think. And here's the thing. I think it depends on what games they all offer. Like, because I think we all assume there's gonna be some kind of like delay. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, um, so if you're playing like say a fighting game, which I don't know why you'd be playing a fighting game. Maybe I don't even know why they'd sell a fighting game on that. But if they were, um, obviously,
so I don't even
it's
know
not going to
why.
be the frame perfect, um, game. Uh, and of course, with what was I going to say? Like, but if it's something like a JRPG, if it's something like a strategy game, if it's something like, um, I don't know, just something that doesn't require too much like precision, I
Yeah,
think it would be a lot easier, you know.
yeah,
So I think that would be something to consider, like as far as streaming uh, type cloud-based games in the future.
yeah,
But all things considered, uh, it is kind of a far shot if they're trying to access, you know what I mean, like trying to get that technology out there.
yeah. Facts on that. Honestly,
What do you think, Tips?
hold on, Tits, for you speak.
Honestly,
Hold on, no, give me a sec.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Now go ahead.
honestly, in my opinion, I do hate the idea of cloud gaming to an extent. I will say
Mhm.
that because from what I've been hearing with you, how you've been explaining with Xbox Game Pass or PC Game Pass or whatever the fuck it is nowadays, because I don't even know. It sounds amazing. The games don't look like they would lag behind. They you know you can use any controller you want, obviously,
Yep, yep.
and also it's just with certain games, I will agree that it's just kind of stupid, like how you said Kingdom Hearts. If you could literally put Kingdom Hearts on an actual download without using the internet, said do that. Why make it online you know if it's just gonna lag? If I'm gonna what? Why would I want to fight one of the hardest bosses in Kingdom Hearts 2? I Lingering Will, and then all of a sudden it's just telling me.
Oh, hold on.
Anyway, why would I want to fight Lingering Will on in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then all of a sudden it's just like move to an area with better internet connection, and I'm literally just standing there, just lag. It's like flagging, and I just can't do
Well,
anything.
I will say this though: when it comes to when it does come to cloud gaming, it's more so not internet. It's all about latency. So what latency is that it's like basically in layman's terms, how close are you to your data center? From like think of it like this: an internet packet or whatever goes from like your end to the data center. Which is say if
Yeah,
I if I live in Austin, Texas, and the data center's in Dallas, how fast will it travel? You know, and so that's what causes the lag. So if it's like a millisecond delay, you won't really notice it. Now if it's like 5 seconds, if it's like a 5 second delay, millisecond delay, traffic's getting jammed or whatnot, and it's just purely just unplayable. You know,
yeah,
um, like you can have the fastest internet speed in the world, but it doesn't matter unless you're closer to the data center for the most part, from what my
yeah.
understanding of it is. But my bad. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Ryan, do you have anything else to say about the Stadia's death?
No, it was always there in the cards. The history of Google kind of shows that if you're familiar with Google products, like
Oh yeah.
infamous Google, what was it Google Glasses, or
Yeah,
Google Lens,
Google
or whatever they call
Glasses.
it, and Google, what do they call it? What was it? The plus, the
Was it
circle, and
wasn't the Google
Yeah,
Glass
Google
supposed to be like that?
Plus.
Was it Google Glass supposed to be like that cookie, like the glass that cookie had in that's declassified or whatever? He goes flipped a little.
pretty much. And then there's, which is funny because I don't even think they're compatible with regular glasses. There's Google, and there's a graveyard of dead Google products that they just never managed. I think even once they started with the Stadia, they were asked directly, like, "Hey, is this just going to be another thing that you guys support for a minute and then you dump?" And they're like, "No," and then they were like, "Totally." Um, in fact, the day people found out, the day it was dying, that it was that was, or excuse me, the day they released they were dying, people like developers were still like being like, "Hey, we're gonna QR some of these things for Google Stadia and whatever," and then like the ball dropped.
I feel
People
like
like found out on Twitter. That's so embarrassing to find
yeah,
out on Twitter.
this is what I feel like though. Honestly, I feel
Well,
like if Google were to just create literally y'all an actual physical console into the realm with Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, that would be
technically did.
like they did through Stadia, but I'm talking about actual hardcore hardware wise. product, with actual specs on par with PS5, Xbox One. If they would have done that, they would have fared a better job. But now, like, keep this in mind though, it would have been hard for them to get into the market because Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo have already cornered the market, so it'll be hard for them. But I think if they were to develop
I
their own
give it
product,
like 2 years.
no, I can see it more. Like they just have to have developers create some amazing exclusive games for it. But of course, what's going to happen though is that it's going to be timed exclusive games
Oh
for
yeah.
the Stadia because developers in the
Oh
back of their
yeah.
heads already know that this is Google who we're talking about. So
I
we
also
gotta
think
wait and
they
see.
burn a lot of goodwill. So unless they have the cash, they'd be like, "Listen, we're gonna give you this much money."
Hmm.
And they're like, "Put another zero on that, and we're good.
Pretty much,
All forgiven."
pretty much. Now let's go ahead and pivot over to this Bayonetta voice actor here. So what was her name?
Ah yes,
Helena. What's that?
Helena Taylor something. Let me see.
Okay, so there was a girl named Helena or Helena Taylor. We're gonna go with that for now. She was the original voice actor, from what I understand, of Bayonetta. So she came
Yes.
out a day or two ago and proclaimed that she was basically being lowballed by uh Hideo Kamiya, something like that. That's his name, right? Say his name right?
Yeah.
Kamiya, yeah, okay, there, I think of Kamiya, and his team, and so she basically said that they, long story short, they lowballed her, and she didn't accept the offer because it was such a lowball, and she wanted everybody to basically boycott the game and donate the whatever money y'all are going to charity. Now, um, after listening and reading to all that, I was like, well, you know what? I'm a person that's very skeptical about these things. I like to wait for like more information to pop out. Before I jump onto anything. And so, Lord and behold, the next day, what came out was uh they did offer her, they did kind of get into like an agreement or whatnot, but then she wanted more. She wanted, I think, like six figures or something like that, and they're like, yeah, no, we'll just go somebody else. But what are your thoughts on that, y'all? I'll let you guys go on this one.
In my opinion, I do kind of feel, a little sad, a little disappointed that, we don't get to hear, the actual Bayonetta voice because, obviously that's her voice. That's been her voice since the first game, when whatever year it was. I can't remember when Bayonetta 1 came out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it also has like a bit of personality with the character. It just
Hmm.
won't be the same, but obviously, you know, I'd have to look at, all the gameplay again to listen to it again.
Yeah.
The new voice that is.
Yeah. Um. Also, to put into it too is like ever since it came out that she kind of like everyone's like they're digging into her past, Helena's past now because what's came out because the company, like I said, company already told off their side of the story or whatnot, and everyone's saying because she said to boycott the game. Here's the thing is that boycotting it won't, it's not going to fix the thing. What's going to happen is that these are people that worked blood, shed, and tears for this game to be enjoyed by millions of people. So you have to basically think about the other players, or not, sorry, not other players, but the workers behind the game. Because it's not just her. Okay, she's just one small sample of the dead teams, the art group, the team lead, all that kind of stuff. You know,
Hmm.
and so that's the thing that people forget is that there are other people that need its money too. But I mean, yeah, you can say the game.
Like
Well,
Jennifer Hale was saying. You
yeah,
see what she posted?
uh-huh. Yeah, I saw her post
Yeah.
too. And so it's like y'all gotta I don't know. In this day and age, people got to quit taking things that they see on the internet at face value. If drama comes out, literally just wait until more information drops before you like hop on something because you never know. You could be defending somebody to hell and back, but it turns out that, oh, they really were scumbags or something like that, or they really, they're just trying. People forget that an accusation is an accusation. She accused you know the platinum team or whatever about money, right? And so yeah, you can accuse people, like don't quit jumping on people's sides. Like, just wait for until you get more information, and then you make that decision. That's what I look at. But what about you guys though?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, I was just going through the information, just like, yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, ultimately, this whole thing is kind of like, I feel like it is complicated because, like I mentioned before, like voice actors being in shit is kind of like, um, they're not always treated very well. So it's like they're not always paid what they're owed. So it's like it's kind of a complicated issue. I think it was actually listening to somebody recently saying like, you really don't get residuals for voice acting in video games unless they, you know, put, you know what I mean, like offer to you.
yeah,
So I'm like, that's interesting, and I mean it makes sense, but like still, it's kind of shitty,
yeah,
you know, especially when you got Bobby Kotick. Anyway, um, I was gonna basically point out that some of the major investors are making hand over fist over video games, so it's like they're making out like bandits with their bonuses and shit. But
oh yeah,
anyway, my
oh yeah,
point being is like, yeah, is like as voice actors don't regularly sometimes don't get what they're owed. I think it's interesting because some people's opinion was, yeah, she if that's the truth, either she lied or there's miscommunication, or at least misrepresented her situation. Some
yeah,
people look at that as like $15,000, $15 to $20,000 for a role that's, what I mean, is still kind of lowballing, but somehow I guess it's more than Bayonetta 2 or something like that.
yeah,
I don't know. She was ready to burn that bridge, and it's a shame that this is what it's come to in this leak. Um, and Jennifer Hale picked up, which she's a phenomenal voice actress in her own right.
hmm
Um, I, it's the whole situation's messy.
yeah. They tried to,
I
yeah, they
really
tried.
wish.
I'll be honest, they tried to hop on her too. She was like, "Oh, wait a minute now, hold on."
Yeah, but that's when you put
Like,
everything online. It's that is how it is. How it
like
is.
all
It's
she,
just how it is.
like, well, it's like y'all, like she's under an NDA. She's not trying to get sued.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Hold
she,
on, everybody, and I think that's why she put that out. But whatever whatever you say, people are gonna, you know what I mean. They're gonna react to it. So
mhm.
ultimately, though, whatever happens, like I hope it is kind of fucked up that the original lady, like you would think they would be like, we're gonna offer you, a huge thing, and I think if anything that Platinum Studio needs is good PR,
Yeah, a
because
lot of their games have been kind of.
all the games are kind of hit and miss lately, and like Babylon's Fall failed. It just failed. It just I would be happy to say, oh, it's well dying, but it's still around. You know what I mean? You can play it. You can jump in. I don't think you can buy it now, can you? Unless it's physical, like, and then
Yeah,
they're gonna shut it down anyway. So it's like, that's a shame. And like, they need this game to be successful right
oh,
now.
that's automatic. It's
And like,
Bayonetta. That's automatic.
I mean, it'll probably sell regardless. I expect people to play it and buy it and play it anyway because that doesn't mean anything unless Hideki Kamiya straight up, you know, did something terrible, like like went to jail worthy something. I don't think they can. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's gonna not buy it, especially as the third one. And I know I see some people, especially like certain people like to be like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna do it. you
Yeah.
know, Out of principle, which I don't think it's a bad thing to believe in your principles. I don't think it's bad to be like, I think this is wrong, therefore I'm not going to protect this. Um, but it is made more complicated if it was misrepresented. She wasn't one to one, but I don't know.
Yeah.
She's saying she's saying they're lying allegedly. So, but there's documents that blew from a Bloomberg thing that we haven't. I don't know. I don't know. I would like to hear more, but either way.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm probably not even going to buy the game until like a year or two anyway. It was not. It's on my radar, but it's like I got
Yeah,
enough games I can play. I haven't played the first two Bayonettas
yeah,
anyway, so I'm like, I don't
Same
really
here.
care.
yeah, like
I'm like,
it's
why
like
am I even?
yeah, it's like
For,
I'm excited for it, but it's like I'm not excited for no,
yeah,
this is the thing here. Is that there are lots of games that I want to that we as adults, this real shitty part is that we just don't have time to play a lot of games more, which is why we play games like Destiny or Apex or League of Legends or whatnot, because we feel like because normal AAA or indie game releases, they release so often and so quickly that like it's like by the time you're about to sit down and actually you just finished this like 40-hour RPG game. Now it's like, okay, it's time for you to play this new game, but then guess what? It's already like 20 other games already out, so it's like really hard to really sit down and like really to play these games. Like example here, I was about a year or
Or
two ago, I played what do you call it? Pathfinder Kingmaker. That game by itself is literally 200 to 300 hours long by itself because of all its stories and shit, depending how you go through it. So it's like, okay, you just got done doing this, right? Now it's like, let's go over to the next RPG game. But then guess what? The next one's already out. So it's like it keeps going and going, and the cycle never, it keeps going. And so it's like shit. I don't know. It's like the only time when I like when I especially for me when I have time to play games, I actually have to sit down and tell myself, okay, I'm done doing content creation work. Sit down, actually focus, and play a game or two. Like right now, I'm playing King's Bounty. I recently beat Colton Lamb twice. Now I'm focusing on King's Bounty. I had this game for about a year. It came out in 2021, August 24th, 2021, and now it's like, okay, I want to zero down on this game. You know, and that's the thing that we have to go through. But no, we keep playing these multi-plat games, these what do you call these kind of games? What do you call those games? These gas games. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell Apex, even Splatoon, any game with a battle pass or any type of pass is a gas game. If y'all didn't
I feel
know.
like I feel like battle pass type games wouldn't be as bad if they would let you if they would do what Halo did, which I know is not fully sustainable, but like basically letting you go back and play the battle pass and earn shit on it.
Hmm.
It's a better option than even purchasing it is a better option than just going ahead and just being like, nope, you can only do it from this time to this time. It's like I bought that shit though. It's like, bro,
Oh
give me my
yeah.
shit. I bought it. At least like jump me to 100 so I can collect my shit and be like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's fucked up. If you buy a battle pass, that's a biggest scam.
Because
Like
no, well yeah,
they've given us a certain time
well yeah, it
to
is.
play the game to earn the shit that's in the game, but once
It
it's
is because
out, once it
because it's
expires,
well because
you
this
can't get that shit
well
back.
it's because
That's crazy.
the scam is that this is the scam to that though, is that they have it so cheap, $10, right? So it's like, okay, they get you on this, okay, we'll have one great skin in there, maybe two. All right,
Yeah,
that's the trick.
realistically,
That's
yeah.
that's the real to it first, right?
Depending on the
And so
game.
then the more you play it, you know, the more they want you to play it more, because the more you play it, the more you're basically convincing yourself to spend
Yeah.
micro money on the microtransactions, on the skins and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Now put it like this: there are games that yes, like people. I think someone tried to bring it up with like, okay, with League of Legends. Since I played a lot of League of Legends, is League of Legends a gas game? Yes, it's
Yes.
yes and no. But the difference is that if you don't want to do the whole, they have a battle pass, but you don't actually have to you have to use the battle pass or buy it, right? Because here's the thing, is that you can get skins in the game for free. Everything, a lot of skins that I recently gotten in the game
It's
were free,
freemium.
basically. And
It's free.
well, yeah, all you have to do is just play the game.
Yeah.
Um,
Play the game
and so
every day for the
actually,
rest of your life.
me no, I got like little. I think well, because in League right now, I guess you could say because I have the whole Amazon Prime connection or whatever. Like every month they drop like a huge like one of the better care packages, I guess you could say, and
So,
it gives you like a huge skin,
all right.
huge premium skin, maybe some
You
like
have Amazon Prime.
maybe some like orange, essence, or which is the currency and stuff like that, and yada yada. Anywho's, what I'm trying to say is like you can also buy your skins if you don't want to go through like the whole gas mode. They have skin sales, you can just do that, which I'm fine with. A lot of companies, a lot of more companies will do something like that where you can either play the loot box game or the battle pass game, but also if you can actually buy your skins, I'm perfectly fine with that. But now, I mean, they want you to sit there and play the whole loot box game and be like, okay, I got to beg for the skin. Oh, I didn't get
Yeah.
this again. Oh well, shit, dude. And I gotta play this game some more. And I don't want, you don't want to do that, and you're gonna burn yourself
Yeah.
out.
I think
But
that's why they're quitting the loot box in favor of the battle pass, which they're gonna bastardize the shit out of that, just like they did with loot boxes. And it's just like, I think I think if you just gave people the option to get what they want, I think it wouldn't be as bad as,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's all. It's just the option.
I would just buy it. Like I would just, oh, that skin looks awesome. But I mean, I mean, if it's a reasonably priced, I mean, but whatever.
Yeah.
I still think they should be able to get you. You know what's funny is last week I actually found like an extension that let me get collect battle pass stuff from previous battle passes in Destiny. And I was like, that's, oh man, this is gonna get patched or what? I don't know if it's been patched yet, but I think it's fucking fantastic because you can just do it from the website. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You just literally just go back. I mean, it's not stuff that you haven't. It's stuff that say if in the previous battle pass, if you haven't collected it, you can go and grab it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. So I should actually post that somewhere, but I don't know. It's fucked that they don't let you do that in the first place,
Yeah.
especially considering you're doing it on their website. So you go through their own website to do it. Um, and it's also even more hilarious when you consider, I don't know, I don't know. Just tired of paying for money to play something that I don't have time to play.
But Tips, what about you? Anything you got to say on the subject, or if anything with the
Uh,
voice actress?
no, not really.
You sure?
Pretty much, I would say a lot of the stuff that I would have said it was pretty much already mentioned.
You sure?
Yeah,
No, I'm playing.
pay voice actors what they owe. Like that's pretty much it. Like uh I think this wouldn't have been resonant. I don't think this would have been too as big a deal if it wasn't for the idea that voice actors are somewhat getting screwed, especially when you consider like big name celebrity voice actors, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
are coming in to hit and miss. Like people heard Jack Black, who's that Always Sunny Philadelphia guy. I forget his name. I think Keegan Michael Key's in it. Is in
Charlie
Mario
Day, I
movie.
believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie Day. Excuse me. I should be ashamed for forgetting that. Is Seth Rogen, I think, is in it too.
Yeah,
And I'm like, those all hit it out the park, and then they go Chris Pratt. People are immediately like, oh no. It's like the only thing he was in was Lego Movie, or no, I mean he's been in plenty of things, but the only other one of the only other voice acting roles he did was like Lego Movie, and even then he was kind of like a blank slate kind of guy because that was the point
Yeah.
in the first and second Lego Movie, and now it's like it's funny. I think people liked him better when he was like fat and like just like funny. And like I think when that kind of wore off, and he's just trying to be this fit action star guy, it's like it's not working out for him. Now we got to take you seriously. Fuck you.
Yeah.
People hate this guy.
uh, but anything else? I mean, I think that's all the topics that we have to talk about today. Honestly, a pretty good chat on the topics. Real talk.
yeah.
Um, so for you guys who enjoyed our bullshittery on the podcast here today, definitely consider
Oh,
liking.
bullshitter.
Yeah, bullshittery, liking and subscribing. Also, to make sure you hit the notification bell down below to be notified when next video come out. And also, if y'all can give these two guys a follow on their social medias or whatnot, whatever they want to promote, definitely do so.
Jesus.
Give them some love. Give them, Vanta says some weird shit on Twitter. Tiff barely gets on Twitter, but his is 18 plus, so make sure to be
Yeah, don't look at
18
my
plus.
likes.
I just like images.
Pretty
Don't
much,
look
yeah.
at my Stay away
But thank y'all for watching. Peace out. We'll see y'all in the next one.
from. All right.
Oh, before the next one though, will be a live podcast, so we'll definitely have to schedule that up. We'll see y'all definitely next time. Yeah, there you go. Peace out. Much love, everybody. Have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.